Yo, assalamualaikum. Badi wolo kay ngala be kon don ne yalan ka be jibe wala sainten. Salbe kon don kilin. Yo, ala barka bake lim para final se program woni ka sia. Yo, kay famo keta. Famata ka fama kanana program wala. But kon ka fanyamen all the times ning wado sorata watu la wala to diam ku sorata. Bekala ka fontina ne kana ka diamo. Yeah, so nationwide to fele avec quelqu'un, même que na parti la Alfati, na président même que His Excellency Loya Ousseyn Mukunda Dabo, avec banku be tamola ka fania ning tonya ke bondi Gambia ding wali nyoto. Gambia ding has been misinformed, and they are being misinformed every single day. Adama Barrow la masakunda aningala psychopath soul be banku multa ke flendi. So wala sa mo ate je kumba ta bakele pour His Excellency eta banku be tamola ka bondi mole nyokono misinformation o membe ke kan ni useless government kono ko afu ya label nyameng bi ni ngale standard newspaper jibe kunu idea mo ke kaitandi ko Barrow masakunda is useless, but wala mutu nyate ay kam fale but to nyaman tambi nyina Barrow masakunda ning imafa ko mongo it is a useless government. Barrow masakunda mang any impact make Gambia ding wala life nyun kono ni ajibe percentage wise Barrow masakunda impact make Gambia ding wala balwa nyun kono is less than 0.5%. So dal ha ko ben nyebe manike be ko fla la samba kanja nyola. Yes, so Barrow masakunda impact make Gambia ding wala balwa kono is less than 0.5%. So masakunda ite okmandla no anything na member best described than being useless. So Barrow masakunda is a useless government. Be along ko imang any agenda soro ya agenda me soro wala mo to divide us with the Gambians, you know, within the tribal lines and to divide us with the Gambians. Ibajala ko itolu it's a ruling ken wo nyaming ruling me along kati na fa soro la. Barrow masakunda hani 70 years like you know 70 years you look at Gambia. They wouldn't be able to do anything. May alonko, you know, mobile expect la in terms of developments. 8 years, Iman Fenke no Gambia Banko Nyinkan. We've seen countries many alonko la mansal nada. Look at Burkina Faso, look at Mali. These are you know military juntas many alonko nada through coup d'etat. But revolution but look at the progress, the impacts it make kang ila banko lukang, especially when you comes to the self-sufficiency, food sufficiency. And this is the most important thing. Me alongo Africa banko bakumbo kan kos niaje mulka foko Africa koleata stigma ni membe ye wala mumula balunyanyen. So being the revolutionary leaders, they must do something. So imagine la bankol many along less than 5 years, 6 years. Ibe impact menkeke la bankol minkang. You cannot compare that with that of the Gambia. Barrow masakunda bige for 8 years. Ala first time, I kamula ko UDP wolel basa watika. Ala second time I akela ayabang aliamune dige. Second time fele ka bolo kan kekan nande almost second time mo bandal. Munebe keringe. Now man ki second time la fon corruption o siata kaba kana la first time on fanga because ala first time on kan thank God I first 2 years on menke je UDP la ke balbe je time mo na ye double soron wala sa mo ali Ibrahima Cissé moy ka fako ne UDP gagné te jan 2021 be ngalon ko bida ka solo kon ibe alon ko bida ka solo kon because there is a reason me ya long ko ibe alon ko bida ka solo kon iti yarol meneke dabo new those thing yaros kabrin dabo bora masakunda wala sa nin dabo e dulawo dulama tinyaro la ko masakunda kon ake kam fa ba so Adama Barrow la masakunda Gambia hani moma wofu moy bawa denki lata dula bela to corruption membe ke kan ala masakunda nyin kono Adama la kalamata futata wo corruption o nyin betol tinyaro membe ke kan ala masakunda kono ala karamta lo futata nyin tinyaro betol but yet he kept quiet abe pretend kan ko monko tiyaru mantara ke kan alama sakunda wala ya sabun amuka wo kumo nyin fonfo. You will never hear Adama Barrow talking about corruption membe ke kan alama sakunda to address the civil service, to address the civil servants. Kaje ko corruption wo nyin yeda bondige ya itandila ko monko we are not going to tolerate any corrupt practices within our civil service. Barrow ya nyaka si corruption wo bela ni civil service nyin kono le. So government la system wo nyin kono including the parastatals. A bela corrupta, corruption by better to the core. There is no action me alon ka keta to deter Gambia di menbe do ko la je ka je ko mon ko candidat do corruption nyin kono. Wo Adama Barrow had the audacity ka fundin nang ko aka Gambia di suku prieta funding KMC mayo kan Bensouda. Nyin kamala ko ate aya claim ko Bensouda did not do anything for the people of KMC. Iko decency aya demand ne ko ninku keta me alon ko ise moko nyawo nyarande but I menke wofo Adama Barrow la lack of decency ak basamba kan dula to dam fo ya lon ko hanni dindi mo men kan nguluma ibe ka lon ne ko aka kumol men fo nye e manke kuti men ya lon ko sodota ni ayatra nunko Adama Barrow ye corruption o nyinkele wala ka bulo fo laka do maninke corruption o nyiye membe ki ka alama sakunda nyinkono ate fangola muso Fatmata Barrow adabe corruption men be kono the Russian oil scandal the 33 million ate Adama Barrow fangola illegal occupying the Gambia government lands ate Adama Barrow fangola alleged involvement in the drug smuggling into the Gambia. Ate Adama Barrow involvement in the sand mining in collaboration with Abubakar Jawara. Ate Adama Barrow nala syndicate so we controlling the business sector, giving businesses to one another. Amokatani normal tender process la. Adama Barrow la corruption in the OIC projects. Ye vehicle sold men sa OIC la kuwa. All these things put together. Adama Barrow still have the audacity to come out. Kafoko KMC Nkolu will hold Talib accountable kaje ko talibiye wol promise mena wol mawolke now mbako ma sela killing ajibe nyofe Adama Barrow ba fon kala mol kan jele fengoti of course ngalo ne ko jele fengolom but aba fango samba kan jele fe ya damento that is so lovable ngalo ne ko KMC momo be KMC they are celebrating your success ni mesoro talib la leadership ni ko KMC momo be KMC kono ye development ol mensoro na UDP la mayo leadership nyunkono within the KMC. One and a mansoro in the history of KMC under Jawara regime, under Yaya Jammeh regime. Kuol falinta, ikenyal falinta. But when you look at the real progress, the real impact of developments manketa under Mayo Bensouda leadership nyunkono in KMC, you know, within these 10 years, asifa nana manke KMC kono. Anana manke KMC kono. Adama Barrow ko ate audacity le nyusoto walanto decency walanto that moral value ate wosoto to tell the people of KMC to hold Talib accountable for the so-called mismanagement walanto whatsoever ko umala promissory feel ni lokunta belala mo ke bata library me alo ke bata inaugurate kan Gambia in KMC ate Adama Barrow ni ngala masakunda mo ka karambun kendo fon lono karambun jelle be Gambia many alon ko they are dilapidated in a state that more the current from Keno le kono. We'll be funding on social media every single day. They're building classrooms. Many alonke mukatika from soto. We have here our University of the Gambia, where some of the students will even have to sit on the how to call it gallons. Dolbege wolkasi basol kan to be able to listen to their lectures, and whilst they are paying their hard school fees. Thousands of Gambian dollars is 60,000, 100 and something thousand Gambian dollars is they are paying that one altogether for their programs, only for them to go into the classrooms. Si rantige ikasi bidon bale kan kila classes ni attend. Adama Barrow still now have the guts, the audacity kananang ka fontolie ko KMC mantara dokula. Ko ning ayatra nunko NPP la mayole bojo moto doku mbekala woto is going to be amazing. Mboro kumasila yala umanke jela kuti ala ngada Brikama area council full of Brikama area council benu jumala bulokono sirfo Adama Barrow sirfo fonga ya tola wala sirfo Adama Barrow sirfo Fatu Jallo bawo sirfo ya tola sirfo Adama Barrow la kunga fay wala sirfo Adama Barrow kabrin aya declare ko ani UDP kundutale kay la futu wonye bandale UDP la palaso mba bulokono aya wotale almost 4 years. So Sirifo be chairman ya Brikama Area Council for 4 good years as the NPP chairman. I am muneke no Brikama Area Council. I am muneke Brikama Area Council. Adama Barrow through Brikama Area Council la governor walanto beyo bate koto through atala readiness to work in collaboration with the Brikama Area Council. What have they achieved for the people of the West Coast region? So akakuma fanye ko KMC ni ayata nunko itola la mayo bije walanto banjo ni ayata nunko itola la mayo bije. This is what they are going to do. This is what they are going to do. It's all lies. It's all fake falsehood. It's all deception. Banjul meya lonko jele mo banjul ti. Rohi Malik Lo bije pruka je ko mungo ka banjul tada. Just to bypass Rohi Malik Lo to go and claim a development meya lonko Rohi Malik Lo is not going to be counted in it. Fetolel manta yo development on di yadi private fonkola. Yadi la mafia team on Hadimge. Hadimge muneke bandula project on to. Munena naki Hadimge la. Nothing happens to him. Adama Barrow, Brikama Area Council Besri for Songo Bulokon for 4 good years. Among Fenke no Kajeko Casino for Makoi. Corruption of men for the Brikama Area Council on the Sri for Sonko. Hania Jamalata Momealonko. The councils have no authority. Literally, was only waiting for the directive from Yaya Jame, Walando from the governors, Kajako to be pumped into the FPRC politics. But even at that time, Tiaro Menkata for last chairman Yakono Brikama Area Council, Wutiaro Sivan and Monkey under any chairman in Brikama Area Council. Not that what we know of. Now local government election or Fonko Commissioner Jelemen Befuntindi. So Adama Barrow life is all about falsehood, and the aya Gambia di nga understand ko Barola balwo, Barola politico, ala hada madia fong abemu kulet me alon ko akakumo kumafo akarakilu mabe amuka ke kuti me alon ka betamakan. KMC dom side o me alon ka be Joshua. What dom side o be Joshua ka bring Jawara la taimo. Ya jamme la taimo. Kuman no ibawo dam side on yintala ibama negla nyadile. Albeya kalam tale sometime in 2023 or 22. Nimme yo bensuda interviews on the platform on yintol. That time what project on yimbeta manyikan. But look at the dump sites. Saying ya belefens nga jela fonko e ka disposal ol kinyame. KMC momo ka foko mun kay la nyamo le manfay because of imammoto lo soto walando cancel le man na ka collect. So, handing cancel ka $50 is lati. Meya lonko abanke alala lungo na mu family Kenya mo fa kake lokun fulani lati $50 is. Ngamra KMC nkolu what William men need wala mu nyamol kako cancel ye senea tundo ye senea. And KMC people are not complaining about it. In fact, unanimously KMC momo ya lonke bike whether they are FPRC, UDP or NBP, they all celebrating the peaceful service and in the easy service, ibe mention kan KMC block as a council under the leadership of Mayor Bensouda. So Adama Barrow la fundo nan kanyum fo. Ngam kunu nga benyen fo kan ne modol bege wal ba jala kanje afangola MPP dingolo because yalon ka kan for was a falsehood. Yalon ka kan for ko ka manken tonyati. Amanken tonyati. So the backward dumping side under the leadership of Mayor Bensouda. What dumping side of control the Gambia. You have seen the testimonies all over the media. You have seen the testimonies from the residents within the KMC region. How satisfactory they are with that backward dumping site project. Now, from the backward dumping site project, Ali KMC Marcial Gelebinyame side. Look at what they did. How many markets KMC ko yemenlo Musolie. Rehabilitation projects yemenke Musolie. These are some of the things that we want. How many women CAFOs, women societies, many are within the KMC, you empower, in the form of microfinance business in Kakodo dealer, loan so dealer, pre-kajo, don't be able to for millions of Gambian dollars, you bend the Musuka $4. At the commission, Aliagila, Musuka $4 big, you kodo yintala, you doing the business on Yunkono, for you millions of Gambian dollars, you go back to the KMC. When Yankobakoli was a mayor. And so many other mayors, many along they rebound and bounce again under the leadership of Yaya Jamela dictatorship government. KMC was literally nothing, was literally a ghost town. And KMC as a council was a ghost office. Mayor Alonko Council Lokodonin collectively literally to go and be packed somewhere to waiting for the directives of Yaya Jammeh, well to the governors, Kaje Komoke, Babo Kodonin Talanyadile, to utilize it in the politics and the flamboyant lifestyle of the APRC to suit the lifestyle of Yaya Jammeh and the people surrounding Yaya Jammeh. Those are the people like Sidin Jai, Fabaka Tomojada, Mamadou Sabali, and you call them. So Adama Barrow literally ka funding ka for KMC ngoli yoko ali funding ali council occupy ali demani block ni wol fongol futara council I wonder be mom fala because the basic developments council nyana ka menoke they are doing all those things. In fact, they did that one extremely well. They did that extremely well. Then you see the feeder roads. Many along council lebe wo feeder road so takan ke doku. These are the things many be Adama kamfakan. Yalong Adama ajuso kuntutani kill yalale. Yilel bu kuwati many ba juso tekan. Baka wi yabale kartola, Joswa yabale kartola, Talindi yabale kartola, Latrikunda yabale kartola. Because wali alon no komunko a useless person, a useless mayor would never hold KMC office. Gambia di muli ye fangol jale. Wale asabung ade Adama despite afango tata alota KMC nkolu nyati lumula bufazon. I campaign okay, I afango la illiteracy nying I exposed there by bringing in somebody. Mayor Lonko is a thief. Kafo abewole present the KMC nkolu to be the mayor of KMC, to be in charge of the finances of the KMC, the overall share of the KMC. Menkada bakari budget. When the KMC residents ya lawo doko funding teota ya bali katola wale jusolutei, and now they don't want Bensouda or any other UDP mayors will succeed. But they are succeeding. You know why? When you have something in your head, it might take time the ambitions that you have will fulfill no. But already you have something, you have the plans, you have the sketch plan in your head. To be able to execute that particular plan, it is a method for your region. This is the gift UDP mayors and in the chairman Alay Mendira. All of them, you see them, what they are doing. Literally, even the phone. May along ka suffering luala kono ko central government nyan wole di council solar every year. What phone you di council sol found la simply because mulakeda UDP council le biggie. Adama Barrow I UDP council head to the point that a lafta fong menu fongol be wala tundol nyinka wol fongol yefa wala asabu kabring aya kunda ya tifake aya useless manyasi fake bikama area council fana taraka candidate di la many alonko. Some of them are thieves, some of them are former thieves. Okay, some man and to present them to the people of the West Coast region also. Pruwali wakela chairman olti. The same thing, including a former NPP call. We go be support la nila nyama ya watu miyan kafisada. But nila nyama tata watu miyan it's going to be uncurable. We are not going to stand by you. Yabali yalakato basically abedi chairman Young's Davolo. The same thing happened in Banjo. Eliamwele Banjo, they went to the point that he overconfident stuff. Alman dol mo ikafoko monko ni rohi maliklo ma win alafa nyoko wulo alafa nyoko falo. Imagine bi bafoka wodole ko falo because rohi maliklo win clearly. Wala mu buri Banjonti. Adama Barrow la hate aningala kuma fol meni alon ke muka gen to nyati wo fongo nyanna kam bele bonda kan ni KMC ngol fundita wol ko kata kansule ni mu KMC ngol al fundi de al fundi ay même fali al fundi bang aleta kansul ni al fundi da dara KMC al loje bang al precisol sinto di meyo ben suda al ta KMC de al kana bay ka fundi de al fundi aleta KMC nal fudarge al meyo ben suda kumandi ala tanda ala komo we appreciate everything you are doing. Count the number of developments yemendiala. Count the number of uncountable developments. I'll say me remember no. Mayo Bensuda and Sambalen and KMC. Ali Walter Bang, Ali are glorified with those developments and thank him for bringing in those developments to your doorsteps. Namira, that is going to teach him the lesson that not all Gambians are useless like yourself. And the puppets, many along, they are following you, praising you, even worshipping you. Swallow the pride and the truth that they've once said. Now they are swallowing those truths and those prides. They have no shame, no integrity, no pedigree that they can be proud about, because suddenly they are destroying the entire pedigree. Hani dingolu many along been next 20, 30 years. They are going to be ashamed of these youths. So Gambia dingul be manke wonyama. Gambia dingul manke wonyama. Adama Barrow be masakunda. Sanji Jallow akamen fo ko monko KMC e wala na moni increase le. Adama Barrow be mu Gambia la masati. Gambia entire mbeka na namo sikan kadia temen na katara temen blokono. You had one honorable kunung al ngai post na page on honorable CC of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 now. Meet the people store in 2022 $6 million na parliament no ye wala approve kadi Adama Barrow la kodo me yalon ko ba wala spend na meet the people store yalo ne jela spend 33 million Gambian dollars ay wala ta ya spend meet the people to fur ngokuna me yalon ka katala kasamala neng ay mol neng UDP agenda la agenda mandinga agenda kawoni sido ta kawoltinya out of parliament ye $6 million men approve he went ahead by passing the approved Parliament here men approve to use the actual 33 million Gambian dollars. In 2023, 10 million Gambian dollars. Parliament will approve for Adama Barrow. Pro abeme use la meet the people store. 10 million Gambian dollars in 2023. Now that 10 million Gambian dollars yalo na gele use. Parliament ko ye kodo men londi Adama Barrow nyan makamenta kake meet the people store. 2023, wala mo 10 million Gambian dollars. 10 million Gambian dollars. Adama Barrow tata aya nyaka si parliament lo kumakang ka kodo ta Gambia to yala ka kodo spend menta kanya 108 million Gambian dollars. Billahi wallahi tallahi. Man fel la faye man fentala ye. Nyim fota parliament to député betulo bala an PP député BBC betulo bala hanala wo keba tantanko sila fabaga to mojada e besirin fay beke kungol jimi, because they never thought that the video bitala this far kanyin kullo ta ke be funtindina men kata honorable Lamin City of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 mfangol la dibito. So 2020 2021 22 23 24 fana ya project komongo he might spend more than ikoye yele fangaye ngamra 18 million. But your main project, at the end of the day, as a can have maybe 200 and something million plus, I may use useless meet the people store. So literally, accountability, Adama Barrow data auto. Well, that Adama do not have the moral decency. An atom of moral decency, Adama Barrow master to talk about any form of mismanagement in the Gambia. Because atefango mang moral decency soto, among moral decency soto, among moral discipline soto, among moral discipline soto. So Barrow mang wo audacity soto to go and talk about anything me alongo. It has to do with moral. It has to do with accountability. Samambe funtila na ninga about alabala, and I will come and talk about. Usienu boda na ongoing court trials memeke kang. You see the revelations many alonke be funting kang. Suddenly me alonko mfamola kotoma Magjane will jam hafole. But saying aliyagele in the court itself, the documents and the testimonies from the court, aliyagele komungo, the entire truth is coming out. How this entire assassination of our police officers was cooked by Barrow and Ningala internal bandits yabe cook nyadile. So this was never an accident. Kajeko na police didn't want yafa. Ya bele plan, ya plan. Alaya long, kilaya long. Lakira bedial. You know? So KMC Baroko ay akala saying ala kuwal besela ka kung wala saying ha. Adama Barrow la confusion o. Adama Barrow la lack of direction. Adama Barrow la incompetency saying abesele ka kung wala. Because muna kita a confused tale wato banta fero banta bulo kono kodi do klan nakitala mobe no motala ibebe susuro kala mobe be la kodo tala nyamen bati ala mo kala bang ni la wato banta bantale ni molta da foi mobe ya sude han men fong fulista ibe ya sude ko fulista le ike faile nake ba do la ka fa ako at some point in life more long we are all entitled to some degree of stupidity like wala sabu mulka mistake okay ikamo do ja ka mistake okay sinya killing mi sinya fula. That is to say we are all entitled to some degree of stupidity, but what entitlement on stupidity needed water and you decided to abuse stupidity problem, that is your personal problem and you have to deal with that. You have to medicate yourself to come back to normality, more like human form Benjamin, natural human form Benjamin, to come back to that. So Gambians do not have to deal with that syndrome. Womu Adama Barrow leti. Ntol mafai komunka useless. Ntol mafai komunka ni agenda menata to focus on Gambia and develop the Gambia, put the Gambia in a way that Gambians will be proud of Gambia. Any other government may binala either tomorrow or next tomorrow will find it easy because we already have an established system. Anybody binala, you will pick it from there to be able to govern the Gambia and move that country forward. Kabring to me along katata I fight. I new criminal law and drug cartel soul. Ibe dende ibe criminality, ibe drug cartel soul. That is not Gambians' problem. When we talk about problems, suddenly which they are going to pay for. Either whatever they are suddenly going to pay for that because what evidence will come out. Banka Keda, evidence will come out. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the directors, the deputy directors, all the senior staffs, they're all part of it. You see the Gambia justice system, one of the judges was arrested because muneketa nyin sira fengul menukata afananda be sira fen kafo lokono nkoy subhanallah sira fen kafo manke wonda mati iba wonal fundi ga manke wonda mati sira fen kafo menu fengul ka sira fen kafo nyin direct wala ka si state house lokono il faut lungul be silale alengata lungume alon ko belonna yagele bo jojo nyama ke Pablo Escobar Gambia ala palaso Benjamin ninga yatara non ka mang assurance. I'm just giving you common sense. Jojo nying, I'm not so with Jojo nyama because suddenly when yate mala as a judge I don't wasifa nying kono ni ayatara non ka mang internal support ni soro to be able to do that one with that level of confidence and audacity kan wasifa nying kono. So menu ka Jojo lu direct menu ka consignment di Jojo la wolbeda Allahu Akbar Adama Barrow yewo ay Adama e daji ko fu jumale bulo kono ka fundi ka fu KMC ko liyo ko nyino man do ku keja ate mon do ku leke aka kole am fo KMC ko way nyamo dala fale ka bo 25 kara $15 ate bina Gambia wato men na Gambia la namo be en ka be diatela ate bina wato men na mani bodo da be jelle mani bodo da be jelle $900 bi mani bodo jelle 2400 ate daji ko so nyaadi le ka $50 increment on yinta ko complain 900 to 2400 womu how many $1,000 increment on it sukuro aminaka wato men sukuro be jalle 700 800 bi sukuro be jalle almost 1600 how many hundreds increment on the boto wo daji ko ate kambe for $50 increment on ate wo so do munto da ko complain Gambia ali ngam famu nyinika Adama Barrow la ko dia mo nyan ka banne 2026 Adama Barrow la ko dia mo nyan ka banne ala kodi amunya na kabane IEC ya support we ma support ala kodi amunya na kabane Gambia dingul ngajo ngaje ko kateo men faida wala be kontila IEC nkolu wali ye tale ye to nyale sabatindi wala membe kala Gambia ngawoke Gambia but Gambia dingul la voices must be counted and it must be reflective in the decision of governance member to govern in that country. Imagine every institution a bebe chuko kono kutitala Adama binala wato menna pasol mujallati pasol wal mujallati bi pasol mujallati and ñun kanyun men be fale nanteng central government has a huge role kanyun be control pasolu ito lel ka fenka because of the prices the inflation ikal fongol ka fo nyame bakasol lak da kolea masakunda le kala fir la kang bawo to le kana mo la wol kang wol fanan kana mo ta kala la bakasul kang pour yela profito sotono ade Adama Barrow le mo masakunda bela nyaton koti Gambia la namo me alon ka sa use no le ay adundi kany business on nyinta to subsidize them in some form pro dal nyi yeji ade Adama Barrow ke bango belale mo la kodo abadundi la fure yakono abadundi la kunda yakono Gambia di defengelage na pare ay funding ay manding ko ni flol kafnyoma na pare ay funding ay Gambia la kodo ta kata beke futam papoti molie mid people stola UDP betende alay mo benke mo kendoti inana tawti nyalo no wala asabu hani bi ala yusenu falabe banda momen bano kan ike kali alala ko mo jino lel ka fundina kana ka ma koy bari man kay jinati hada madin kendo lel mo wolti men yalon kay be Gambia hada madin kendo lo be Gambia wollel be ala yusenu no kan wollel be UDP la meyo no kan anu hani sama ninga karseota ngalondi KMC meyo ben su level lola telola wo momo yalon ko UDP asama na ngaje kay focus on we will vote for that person. We are not going to vote for any puppet that it Adama Barrow member kelela carbon copy the volunteer exact image t Gambian people will not fall for any other useless leadership membinala to be in charge of ila finances anymore. And that is why 2026 Adama Barrow must go. Wale asabun 2026 Adama Barrow must go abitala da mento follow membe kala woto muka fo momanya na ka fo ko ta fo mbira memu kwadi nga Adama Barrow bandi nga na banko ta ngaku faisene set ati ko le amen be a Gambia di ngulka amera bile mum be netal dojo kam fondi jomi yalon ka be America for 21 years ay ko do menta America masakunda bulo kono woto mo Donald Trump la last time ka Gambia di ngul sendi lala ngamra bi nga fondi ke nyama do kilmo de me yalon ko wason Gambia a post kunun janna mu Alman newspaper ge 400 Gambian fondi kyo mo kemenani wala be sirin jamat banko ka me yalon ke be batun do dam la sa fete ye ke sendi Gambia banko kan Adama Barrow na la masakunda e ko do beta e bulo kono sa ko do be do bulo kono le je ko do fo be useless ya be do di politiko kono le ite balana do fondi kyo la pour wala ta jaman e pour wala se Gambia ko take dia kuya wol be se la Gambia banko kan 400 Gambian fondi kyo ni wol dara Gambia ibitala mundala mo be te useless la comme ko menu be useless rino kam menu ka nyonkoto ye menu ka joy ye menu be fankale be wurle kunu ko teng bi ko teng kuni ko teng ye to nya fo mol be mi rab fonkolti bi wol kalo ka mo be ta kala mo sifati mo be la alfal me kulu sifa nya klingama mo be malla nyen nako ni bang Adama Barrow la wuliya anala ku funtangol ta ke fasa iteta balula mo be manke wo nya mol be yele men ya lon ko wol hani be fala ko to sonna wala those funding kel media lan kay besela wolbe mun do kule kala Gambia. We ask ourselves these questions. What are they going to do in the Gambia? Are they also going to join the funding kel media lan go? They are going to be rehabilitated because of the mental state woleta kabe dilapidated. It turns towards negative. Say wolfana dabo puta funding kel kono. Ni wo dabo na funding kel la productive sector nyin kono. Gambia la potential in terms of human resources and human power wala fanang kata duma pangko ka boy wala nyama. Now leadership, we have only useless people many aloke be leadership funding gel men fana yalo ko wala fana nyanna ka makoy do mandinge ka balance ni create do mandinge wala fana karakil mo be nyabe makam make fe di fo conditiono masakunda e conditiono men dundi kam Adama Barrow we daji ko so do ka fundinya kanyi ko masiva funye KMC Atewo daji ko so kanyu ko masiva fon to ye KMC. No wonder KMC ko si de ya jele. Gambia de mo si de ya jele. Hani APRC ko si de ya jele. Hani wol fon ya jele. Hani wol fon ba jele kande. Kuma ta bulo kana be manfala. Na ma Hussein da baneng ba Hussein neng abe UDP la nyaron ko le mala nanyi men ya no ke be positional. Wallahi mandin ko neng. Wala sabu mandin ka danka to bal. Wallel be Adama Barrow no kan hani bi. Mandinkol men yalon ko wollel mu mandinkol bela danka toluti wollel be Adama Barrow no kan hani bi sidolu ay sidolu men yalon ko akay naka si menula hani wol fon be kam fari wo mandinka danka tolu kamale danka to kesen no wollel bano kam kabrin 2019 ibala lambe nenna fo bi insulting atol la sungo ibal nankam wala sab ay mafun do lakiyam ay mafun do lakiyam sab la fo mun do jara abitale 5 fa do fula njande ba do for next election ay men fo jara elara abitale 5 fa handolo ay wala mi ngado fula njande ko dege let's go until next election abalo ndale ko ay kuma ko men fo wo ba ko ntale fo fujani le men na be fala he better go and ask ya jamme dol manke o mo useless le mo dimeni alon ko kan na kumota nga fono nga fono ni ta nga neum banko do dol mu ko fo we don't claim any monopoly on decency, but we are decent enough to realize that we are decent. Yes, we can call it second Western kia. Decency, we don't, claim monopoly, but ndolmu more decently balanced. Wala sabu ndolu nibe, subhanallah. Particular university even ndolalia. Aliya jamme yininka particular ba. Ndola kia West. Aliya jamme yininka. Ya tatal fa frustrate fa ka funda silo ko ni so lel betama lagi wotum wala fo nga diata mbulo kono sango men na ko han sul wolu ni e bula ke west la silo nyinkam silo sul wol ka appreciate le tamani asla dan wala me yalon ko jemu forest wala ti dan ye tamasi la baji ka because la baji fende fo ni betama kan nyin man ngol kam fu jidi ka bodaka le me beje and wom to nyalti bari wala fongo ye to sambanang again more together kaje ko mongo to humiliate him more and more and defend our decency. So Adama Barrow mamfo elara ate ofulanja na kodeke. Now this message is to the Gambian youths. Bawambe dana general. Gambia funding kelo alanga realize ko banko mum tollale 30. Banko puru ay futano tembo doto ntol funding keleli nyanna ka wo understand alfalu men yalon ko wol besu wol kono wol ni la hajo long wol se kafuno male bari fondol funding kelel se kumo kem fongola nga silo mutaban silo me yalon ko alfal binale jentara wo sila kendo nyingam yem fasa nimma woki drong melu be santola Adama Barrow na la masakunda wol man tara kuto membe kala tol funding kel la samati wol man hamesado membe kala do funding la samati wala asabun ka wulyal fonya 24/7 Transgambia bridge o kali ajale Adama Barrow kay be bridge lola nyana fang wo Transgambia bridge yes contract go men sign bridge te lola Gambia banko kam for the next 20 years I think next 20 years in Transgambia bridge o men sign bridge te lola Gambia banko kam for the next 20 years ni yen soso wala sama ye bridge lo hana bridge be su yalla for once how to call it 1 kilometer ye bridge lo ya jibe ni be mantela malankasama ya malankasama la mile 2 walanto Gambia banko e kodojo ko fenko compagnie ni be sula menna ñing fania sifalu ni misinformation sifalu beta ma banko ñing kan funding kelu alinga ñun suute bang mote tat la ka fania folie bi kunun aya falie follow kun saba every single day fania kilungo yet still we are falling for their cheap and the cheapest of the propaganda and ila deception. Yes, thank you, Osman Boyna. 15 years, exactly. So, funding kelu alingang kungoyele bang, alingang kungoyele bang ngalongko nga future le soto na bangko kang, ngalongko Gambia fana ye future le soto anu Gambia dingulel bala. Nimma woke ntol funding kel be data struggle men kono batame bela experience men bela life kono all the trauma ntol tata men na life kono na dingul fana bita with the same trauma. Desperation, struggle, suffering, depression, well, the same thing in life. And this is the saddest part. Alabaraka bake, ansain kadwan na timo meni alon kebe mid the people store. Alaji usienu aningala timo kadwe ye mid the people store ya kuma seti nyamenteng successfully, beautifully, amazingly molbetak maka nyamen and unbelievably the amount of new support many alon ke betika UDP la mol many alon ko they are coming again ke sembota kakafu UDP kam kunu ngaliajale in nyomi ila NPP la campaign manager wale na ra funding ke merangolo ofananti aya sute ko ngafu nyame we are all entitled to some level of stupidity but nimmo da fire la stupidity nyinta ta abuse ning hakilo be mari lenya naga sutele waya sutele komonko these people are abusing their level of stupidities so ako atetarle la kafo nyin kona radio UDP kam we are going to see nyim progress tama baru mbobo le dela ni silo nyin kam fujani wato mi alon ke be futala nan kombo kam so alimbe ngade ngadwe silo nyin abitaka nyamen fu alaye ila medi people sto nyinta Gambia dingul sondo mo ni yelandi to nya membe fokan isondo mo kono woto nya nyin ay sabati fanial men be fote sondo mo kono nyilo ko dan ko ma alay wo faniya nyinta aya be fu sondo mo kono fu jani 2026 mbedum nakar refa kono wato minna to nya alaji wusen na la timo be to nya nyin mem folo me a lonko miskara zarati nota kono membe kala deception oti han men ya lonke mka UDP fasa yalla no ko mo mem fo len to nyati bari mu kam fasa dalilo men kamma ida male wolong inin ala wo be ni ala tema foi sinanan kairo kono woni December ending ye kanyang ngaduna national programs on nyong kono another programs men be kala na diaspora home well committee and in the national fundraising but until then KMC la residents alsi ali alla hataya ming alkamano sa menato le yalong mune asabung ama woto address mune asabung ama mano la complain of falie ko dalaso men nan kamo la fata mano kam mune asabung ama wofo sugro men la fata wokam mune asabung ama woto fo ate wol to fala because I along wol mala useless funkolati responsibility me along he would never responsibility me along he would never ever be able to satisfy that. Lamin batingi ad ko daga ngai jibe ba Lamin request ni seni yan ko daga nga try like ad but send it again, let me see. Lamin, so this is the problem. Adama Barrow la responsibility momenti ambuka sonna kawol fo Gambia dingoli bandol Gambia dingol to le nyanna kan sondo moyele mune mu masa kundala responsibility ikamune ken tolye ya promise to male dinna mune asabu ngo promise ol manke algam fo nyin ka nyilla Adama Barrow na te diamula OIC ko la ko deke vehicle sol ye men purchase ye sammen anata fula moye. You know why? Because I beg a corruption already and womatela responsibility leti. So he will never go that level. Gambia la manol molla balwo be nyadile anana te o fla ka promise le di menu takela brigama la free wifi mona ka o moyla sai alka wol dor moyla ba Gambia ko da jani 2022 be bana abeba kura o sotola alka o moyla ba corruption ol men be ke la masakunda kono wo corruption la ba wol takul la nyamen alka wol moyla ba. Even if Gambians come up with some innovative ideas, member corruption will limit la Gambia because of la reluctance and la unreadiness kajeko ka corruption in kele imukasong wolie keno digitally pulunyin kamalako itol bakala kele jifokono ko dol soto nyame sa wol soto. This is how useless Adama Barrow la Masakunda is. This is how useless they are. So ala baraka bake ngali be tentu ngali be jayi alinka na som moyen na mood nyintinya alingata ngan focus na medi people sto nyinkang alingata be ngata baba jibe abe kuma kangol menu fola badibu abe menu fola kiang abe menu fola jara abe menu fola tumane abe menu fola base kube ke ringe base moment nanga mo kada sangu bimbela min sila update la moy kang moment nanga mo kada sangu kabo base men ya lonko wol ya fangal pour ka faade Adama fangoy num 2021 wolu men nanga mo kada sangu nkoy ko akadasi abake so woto alingata nga baba la moy abe B54 men juri mela nang to nyala ko woto aninka challenge on transparency bari mo ko moy mola me yalon ka man sene ade wala sabu ananate fankala ka baba challenge kula never on earth ananate okela but baba will continue challenging him for Gambia dunia be alon ko president mo iba challenge kan de pour ay funting transparency la ko da sene andi anate wol dol mala anate wol challenge la samba baba to fola ay wo bane because nka ko nas nyame baro la hakilo ala miro bi da kan dame do say banin to da mala tutaye but lungolu ay ba ma fo wolungo yala ko ngata KMC o ko pay wolu do lal bi da defum o ko pay la wolum ba arrest la ni nga bita be police la nyaton ko be arrest la anyway ala baraka wako alma sudo walando wularo to diala nga fo nyama ala baraka assalamu alaikum.